And then Toenail tanked the shot.
Well, because then she turned into a dragon and broke the entire, like, upper area of the palace. Beat the crap out of you guys, and she stepped on Toenail twice with her giant fucking dragon claws. And he took it like a champ. I specifically wrote down that's my boy! Oh, she put the items in the pot, gave it a little hot tour.
Give that hot tour.
And then stirred it up. Yup. So we started with the fight with the Duchess. We started right back on the stairs where everything started happening. And then the potion kind of kicked in. Because Seth, did you get a turn before her?
I did.
I think yes.
And I offered her to surrender.
Yes, that's right.
Instead of we don't have to do this. You know, we can talk it out. You can just surrender. And she's like,
no.
She was squaring up
I think
to
we
fight.
all went before her besides Yeast.
Yeah, it was very loud. It was awesome.
After laughing at Seth, her like flesh started melting really bad and like just like searing, and you could see the bones of her jaw and like arm, and they were silver, which was pretty cool. So Seth figured out pretty quickly, I don't think silver is gonna have any effect on her whatsoever. It did not, but it was kind of neat. And so she was falling apart, but still able to fight somehow, because D&D logic, you know? Here was my next note. Of course, everyone rolled super fucking high. So Flair and Oda got to go before the Duchess, and Oda had to run up the stairs your whole first turn. You hit her like 3 times, Seth, and they actually got some good rolls in.
Out of like 7.
In fact, I think everybody actually got some pretty good rolls in. And then she kind of beat the shit out of you, like really
yeah,
bad.
she did. She turned into
and she started flying.
She turned into a dragon.
No, before the dragon, she was kind of...
Yeah, she started
levitated, and she clawed me.
Yeah. And then everyone's mutual, exchange of looks. I think you two looked at each other because you were still down on the bottom floor.
Still across.
Oh yeah, she also summoned Toenail, and that's when we knew she was levitating, because Toenail went up and turned it.
Yeah. Because we were gonna lift up Toenail. That was the plan.
And then Toenail tanked the shot.
Well, because then she turned into a dragon and broke the entire, upper area of the palace and beat the crap out of you guys, and she stepped on Toenail twice with her giant fucking dragon claws, and he took it like a champ. I specifically wrote down that's my boy! Oh, and then you ran up the stairs and you yoinked the short sword because you went to shoot the crossbow and you're like, wait a minute. Well, this isn't gonna do me any good. So you grabbed the short sword from Yeast.
And I whiffed.
Oh, the dragon still had rings, which you guys noticed, said something about, and then proceeded to do nothing about the entire time. Oh, then you summoned the dino. Was it an Allosaurus?
Yeah, because I was debating whether I was gonna heal Flair or avenge Toenail. And I voted on the side of avenging Toenail. So
Toenail never died. You recalled him with 2 health.
He needed some backup.
Toenail, come back!
I have
Allosaurus.
in my notes on that part, instead of healing Seth, she said he'd be fine. He was in fact not fine. And then you guys exchanged some more blows. She tried to fly away, and then we got a nat 20 on shooting her with the crossbow, despite the fact you're horrible with a crossbow, after Yeast to their patron. And it worked. It worked. And what we had said is the deity just kind of went, and pointed at it, and then it just turned gold and shot straight through them. So that was kind of cool. And then I have the aftermath of all of that. Is you guys finding all the rings. Flair gives Oda the necklace. You wanted it and kept trying to trick her out of it. You also were trying to get to the rings before everyone else, but you did get the blue ring ahead of time and give it to the Baroness, who was very grateful and let you know that a certain Emily might be free later. Oh, and the ring flirted with you. I have that specifically. It said, put me on. And you're like, whoa now. Which you did mention that to the Baroness specifically, that the rings were flirting with you. You thought this was kind of weird. She destroyed all the... What?
What kind of ring was it?
It was the black one,
It was
wasn't
the black one and purple one.
Oh.
Yeah, and you snatched my ring. You wanna hit me on the head.
I did because I was scared you were gonna just go goblin mode again and not in the fun way.
It was whispering to me.
Exactly!
You couldn't even understand it.
Went full...
How do you know?
He couldn't
was
either.
it speaking to you?
Yes! The other one did, and I understood it.
Oh, and then you guys all decided you deserve some respect for freeing the Baroness, you know? And you wanted to know her name, and she ignored you. Didn't even address it. But she did invite you all over to dinner. Yep. Oh, and then she suggests you take the necklace to Madame Marm and have her look at it while she goes and talks to Turdo about the other ring you guys gave him, and about him cleaning up the river.
He did.
It was the black and green rings that whispered, not a purple one. Flair wanted to wield Draven's sword more effectively, so he stopped Ro, who was just chilling, drinking in the ballroom. He was like pretty drunk. He was slurring his words a bit, and he agreed to train you. So we split the party, because that's always a great idea. You went to Row, and you guys went to Madame Marm. Oh, let's see. I have in my notes, and I quote, Baracus being racist towards orcs and calling them stupid.
That is indeed factual.
I believe exactly what you said. He's like, oh, is there anyone I can talk to around here? And I was like, oh, there's an orc. You're like, anyone other than the orc. And then I said,
Someone with a higher caliber of intelligence.
and then I said there was an elf, and you were like, someone a little snotty. I believe what happened. Anyway, let's see. So Madame Marms, you guys are all beaten up and torn up. Your clothes are just nasty. And you went up to Madame Marms, but on the way, you ran into the Baroness and Turdo, who were having a conversation. And you learned her name was Dolores. And then you had an ignorant comment where you were like, nice to meet you, Dolores. And she did not like that. She did not like that. Oh, and then you guys went to a really shitty, crumbling apart shack. Like, I mean, it looked no bigger than like a porta potty, essentially, with like a broken window. And when you walked inside, it was huge and well maintained, dust and cobweb free, very nice area. Where you met Marm, who is a crazy old lady with 2 crows, Maurice and Marvin, who immediately befriended you. Oh, and you also, there's a funny moment, because Oda speaks with animals quite often, where you didn't realize at first that everyone else could also hear them. They complimented you on your necklace, and you realized you could use it to make more bird friends. It also added 2 to your AC. Oh, she put the items in the pot, gave it a little hot to her.
that hot tune.
And then stirred it up. Yup. And what you guys found out was the necklace was +2 AC, the claws were 2d6 unarmed damage, and the bones were just silver bones, and she wanted a rib piece.
You joked about Odo wearing the skull.
Oh,
They touched the skull.
yeah. Oh, she revealed that the crows were in fact her ex-husbands she turned into birds. Then she flirted with you, saying she was always on the lookout for more husbands, which you declined, and instead suggested there's a human flare nearby who's available. And then she talked about turning him into some other kind of animal. I don't remember what the rest of that conversation between you and them.
I don't know. I think I might have been
It
a
was
little.
a frog, yes, and then she showed one of her toads she had in a jar.
I think I left for a second.
I may have been a little racist to her too.
You were. Yes, that's actually where this is going next, by the way. So, and then you guys took a look at her wares and all got a free sample of discolored healing potions. You mentioned she had seen a little blue man who travels between dimensions. She did, but she didn't give any more details other than that. She was watching your character very carefully, especially after you insulted her. I don't remember what you said. It was something about her appearance or something, but she was watching you the entire time. And what you didn't see, because none of you rolled perception, is she actually followed you guys for a bit and was watching, because she doesn't like you. You're just making a lot of enemies. She immediately recognized Yeast as Doe's son. And she was like, oh, you're Doe's boy! Anyway, Seth's trading. You literally just spent the day with Ro to gain 1 strength, and it worked.
Yay!
And he still can't lift it.
Oh,
I can't.
Really? Oh.
And here's
It's not
my
20.
next note. It is Turdo's
It was
children.
18. Also, now I do have 20 strength, so fuck you, loser!
You got 20 now?
I got an ability score improvement because I get one every other level because I'm a fighter.
Alright, so Turdo's children. So there were very tiny turtles who were cleaning up the river. And you noticed, Baracus, as they were eating, they became more bipedal, starting to stand. They were growing. And so you casually suggested to Turdo you put them to work. And he said that he wouldn't because he didn't want to force his children to walk down his path. He wanted them to choose their own path and career. If they want to help people, fine. But, if they wanted to go down other paths, it'd be fine, And he really didn't like the idea of enslaving his children. And he got very mad.
I didn't want to enslave them. I just wanted to use their hands while they were in the area.
He also hit you in the knee with his staff. I have that in my note. And then I have the next important thing that happened was dinner with the Baroness, where you guys met Tareth outside the door, which is open, by the way, and you stood there talking to him for like 10 minutes. I mentioned he came a very long way from the scared boy you met by the river, and he's no longer nearly as scrawny. And you, Baracus, tried to convince him to kill the Baroness because she had become the new Duchess. And so he pulled out a stake and just was ready to get right to it, but you guys decided to stop him, thank God. But this went on for a really long time before the Baroness asked if you're just gonna come in, because she could hear you the whole time and was right there.
Also, I asked if he could make me a set of armor.
Yes, you did ask that. Flair practically inhaling a 7-course meal. Baracus pretending to be injured for Emily's attention. Then the Baroness tripped you to actually injure you. Because she saw it right
We
through
both
the
laughed as they tripped.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Let's see. Flair and the Baroness and Tareth bonding and all agreeing to make things better for the people who live there. Yeah, you guys were all talking about town matters as Tareth had become the mayor of town. The de facto mayor. Let's see. She agrees to get them food, start more fields outside the walls, and improve living conditions overall. Tareth smithing and such, and how he is I already said that. But he's also a smith on top of being the mayor. He's actually really practicing. The Baroness dropped some lore on the king despite never meeting him. Not the lore you guys know yet. Oh, you guys also found out that she can make a portal this entire time. She could just leave, but none of them can really leave, like the whole town, since it's a pocket dimension. So it's not as simple as just crossing a border out. Oh, and you also learned that the territory is way bigger than you thought. There's many more towns, villages, and, even a bigger palace where the king lives. Oh, and then the squire arrived, a very stubby little man with, like, the hat and feather and the rolled up pants and the whole 9 yards and a long metal trumpet.
Yeah, I think I made fun of him.
What? Yeah, you did, I think. And he was like, hear ye, and announced the king. And you said that was fast. Oh, and he wanted to speak to the Baroness. My brain's dead, guys. Apologies. You guys all try to pass yourselves off as guards. This worked really well for you since you were wearing vampire armor you got from Roe. But that also
Very
made...
convenient.
Tareth also thought you were evil because of the armor, because of Baracus' encouragement. Until eventually, you talked your way out of it, but... Oh, and then the Baroness went along with your guys' charade that you were all guards, except Baracus, who she said is just one of her servants. And then you met the king. Okay, he didn't speak the whole time. He was very epic on black armor with just his ears sticking out. He had a lance and he was sitting on this, throne thing with, the wooden stands you would see at, usual jousting competitions. It's kind of where he was sitting. And his little squire was sitting next to him and was saying everything for him, which you guys thought was odd. The Baroness curtsied immediately and was very, very respectful to him, which you guys noticed the difference between her behavior around him versus the Duchess. The Duchess she was scared of, but obviously didn't like or respect her at all, whereas there was some real respect here towards him. Oh, he immediately accused you guys of a coup/mutiny because with the Baroness involved, since, she didn't have a ring anymore. Oh, and it was very clear that Baracus, despite being a lord, has no idea how to refer to or treat royalty, which they pointed out twice this episode, because they were because the whole time the Baroness was just like.
I think Flair also made fun of him for
I'm
not
getting there.
speaking.
I'm getting there. But that's the second time the Baroness called you out on it. Are you actually from a royal house? I think is what she said. You insulted him at some point as well, I believe, before Flair said anything, because you were just on a roll this episode. I wish I remembered everything you said. Oh, Caleb, this is what you said. You brought up the ring. That's what it was.
Yeah,
To the Baronet. I don't know. So you brought up the ring and was suggesting you can just take it off now since you don't need it anymore. And the Baroness looked like she was gonna fucking faint. She was like, no. And so he just flipped it at you to the floor. And
I was helping.
I also took notes that it was a ploy for you to kill him because you didn't realize that it didn't go both ways with the whole death thing and being controlled by the ring. It's a one-way thing. And then he offers you guys a deal. Defeat him in a joust and live. The town would be your guys's. And he can't protect you from the Empress, but he would just leave you the hell alone, and the Baroness could rule over the town with you guys there, But if you lose, he's gonna kill you all, which Seth didn't think was a very good deal, so he decided to up the stakes and say, if you lose, we get to kill you, which, of course, he didn't like that deal very much. And then Seth decided to point out he clearly wasn't as strong as the Empress or the Duchess, since the Empress didn't see him as a threat enough like she did the Duchess, She didn't give him a ring to control him. And that he has to talk through his squire. The Baroness at this point pretty much is all but fainting. She's so pale it's not even funny. And she's just staring at you, horrified at this point. In which she just picked up his lance and pointed it at you. And the squire said, I don't think I've got to translate this one. I think the message is pretty clear here. So you guys have till dawn tomorrow to prepare, as you all debate who's going to be the Baroness's champion. She unfortunately really had no choice before the level up, I don't know how things are now, to choose you, Baracus. Very, very, very begrudgingly.
That's right, her best servant.
And the idea to have Oda be the horse is Sends the Baroness reeling as she's certain of her impending doom. That was my note.
That is right.
Oh, and
my
then she
trusty Steve.
It's gonna be a miniature.
Where we ended the whole episode was her dropping the lore on the king, the whole him not having a tongue, his murdered family being tortured, etc., etc. Oh, and she insisted that she believes he will honor the deal if you guys win. But that's where we ended things. That was a lot. My head hurts. Emma is in the chat. Hello.
Emma! Whoa!
I'm gonna chug some drinks and eat some food. We ended things right back within the walls of the town, and there's no past episode to correct me, so.
Soup, because